The way the Minneapolis police body camera policy is currently written, when an officer is involved in or witnesses a critical incident like an officer-involved shooting, they are allowed to watch their own body camera footage
What are you driving so fast for?
before filling out their initial police report. But that will now change.
We want an accurate recollection of what the officer experienced, what they heard, what they saw, what they experienced at that time, and we don't want undue influence from other sources.
In the new policy announced Sunday by Mayor Jacob Frey, officers will have to write their first police report based on their recollections. Then, after watching the body camera video, they can add more details but can't change the initial report.
This is a measure around transparency.
In another change, officers will no longer be able to talk with a union official at the crime scene. Just an incident commander, lead investigator, and attorney if wanted. Minneapolis Police Federation President Bob Kroll responded in a statement saying the city is violating their process agreement. Quote, sad that they do not allow for Federation feedback, which always used to be done. The Federation will be reviewing our options with our legal staff. The new changes reflect criticisms activists have had about MPD body camera policy for years. Mayor Frey says they've made improvements. Officers now turn on their body cameras 95% of the time compared to 55% before. And he says these changes also reflect reform.
We're making progress all the time, and this piece is part of that progress.
Lou Raguse, KARE 11 News.
The new policies will take effect on Tuesday. The